So thanks so much for coming to my talk, Bridging the Synaptic Gap, a call for a more learner-centric XR. My name's Kat Flynn. I'm Director of Learning Science at Southern New Hampshire University, aka SNHU. I'm excited to speak with you and represent this work that was made possible through the collaboration and contributions of many brilliant colleagues. In my role, I ground initiatives in the learning sciences for an evidence-based approach to the design, development, and testing of future learning solutions. My own background is in instructional design and research and development. Today, I'm speaking with you about our team's foray into immersive learning over the past few years. What I appreciate the most about this work is the opportunity it afforded us to understand, one, VR's possibilities as a new learning design canvas, and two, assess implications for current and future learners. This brief will focus on 3 topics. First, I'll start by describing our project of designing and delivering the Synapse VR immersive learning experience at SNHU. Second, I'll describe 3 lessons learned from 2 feasibility studies we conducted. Last, I'll wrap up by sharing a few quick reflections before I send you on your way. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about where I work. SNHU serves over 170,000 learners distributed online and on a physical campus in Manchester, New Hampshire. Our mission is to transform lives through expanding access to education. In this project, we conducted applied research addressing questions of feasibility of VR in the classroom to understand how the technology might help SNHU learners achieve success in their educational pursuits. To explore VR in the classroom, we piloted an app called Synapse VR. Synapse VR is an original immersive learning experience that our team built. Synapse VR teaches students about the mechanisms underlying communications between brain cells by carrying signals across the synaptic gap, which is a term for the space between 2 neurons. This was a 3-year project from design to delivery. We designed, developed, and delivered Synapse VR in partnership with NUCO and faculty across SNHU. We started design in 2019 and completed development early in 2020. We piloted Synapse on our campus in February 2020, just before the onset of the coronavirus pandemic in the United States. And then we piloted Synapse with our online students in the summer and fall of 2021. We conducted 2 studies on the use of VR to understand its feasibility as a teaching and learning tool across 2 learning modalities. We implemented VR in an undergraduate biopsychology course on our physical campus, as well as one online at our global campus. Our research focused on feasibility, which we define as learner demand and acceptance of VR, along with practical considerations for implementation. Based on our findings, we would like to highlight 3 lessons learned. Oops, sorry, Okay. There were some differences between how students perceived VR based in their educational context. Our online global campus students, used to accessing digital textbooks and other online resources, gravitated toward praising VR's interactivity and hands-on experience capabilities. Some did opt out of the pilot. The reasons we heard for opting out were a lack of time and a lack of desire to deal with equipment mailing coordination. The students were also invited to email any questions or attend office hours for technical support, but few did so. Our face-to-face campus students found VR a welcome break from their lectures. Students also cited the fun and enjoyment they gained from the experience as a benefit to learning with VR. Beyond this, we found VR may bolster learner confidence in subject matter. The campus learners selected an essay topic on a subject treated in Synapse that the previous year's class, one that did not use VR, did not select even once. Now, based on our findings, we would like to highlight 3 lessons learned. These lessons learned could suggest future areas of exploration related to VR as a teaching and learning tool. All right, lesson 1, participatory narratives. Learners across modalities expressed enthusiasm for Synapse's hands-on interactive approach. Some learners were even so moved to return to Synapse to find aspects of the experience they had overlooked the first time. In doing so, they made use of Immersive Media's expanded storytelling capabilities. Our learners appreciated being able to interact with substructures and become active participants in biopsychological processes. Comments like the one on the screen were very common. Learners noticed that each time they donned their VR headset, they could return to the experience with a fresh set of eyes, see something new, or try to solve a problem a little differently. Lesson 2, learning as assessment. Synapse VR engages learners in problem-solving tasks, like the one you see on the right of the screen. Engaging learners in problem-solving tasks, VR can generate insights about what learners know and can do through collecting telemetry. One activity in Synapse VR prompts users to set the rate of neurotransmitter synthesis. During a play session, Synapse captures when the system has given feedback that the rate set by the user was too slow or too fast. And you can compare the experiences of 2 different users of Synapse VR to see what this could mean. For example, user 1 plays through Synapse VR very quickly. They try to speed through the experience as fast as they can. And this user 1, has difficulty setting the rates of neurotransmission and gives up after 3 tries. Another learner, learner 2, they take their time with Synapse VR and they end up completing the problem in the first go. We would want to dig into the data about these users and their journey through the experience to understand trends in behavior that might identify future areas of improvement in the app. For example, could we add some kind of encouraging message at a strategic point to remind the fast-paced users like our user 1 to slow down and be a little more patient? And finally, lesson 3, inclusive XR ecosystem. There's a need for VR tech to become more usable by a diverse user base. Support and resources are key here. Many students across learning modalities shared that Synapse VR was their very first time ever using virtual reality. They also indicated, though, that VR was something they would like to try again. Students who did not use VR and provided a reason for this choice, as you'll recall, cited lack of time, logistical challenges, as well as physical discomfort as some usage barriers. Generally, students who reported a more positive experience had received some one-on-one coaching on how to use the tool, even the ones who had considered themselves to be a bit more tech-savvy. Now I'll leave you with a quote from one of our students to think about as we close. We learned a lot through designing and delivering Synapse VR to our students across SNHU. We're thrilled to see such a positive response from our students. The 3 lessons learned today point to areas of exploration that are vital to innovators seeking to enrich educational experiences through the incorporation of immersive tech. Through asking ourselves questions about what works and maybe what could work better when VR is implemented in the classroom, we will be well positioned to meet the needs of future learners. Thank you very much.